So you found out you were an indigo. Now what? It's time for you to connect to your guides from the blue realm. Hi Indigos, how you doing? Thank you for joining me here in the Indigo Room. Thank you for your comments, your questions, and your likes. And thank you for our new subscribers who have subscribed to the Indigo Room as well. Again, the Indigo Room's content has changed and it's all about indigos. So if you're an indigo, or you think you're an indigo, or you're trying to figure out, I don't know if I'm an indigo, or you have indigo children or indigo friends, or an indigo relative like myself, this is the channel for you. Our topic for this video is connecting to your guides in the blue realm and why it is so important for you to do so. First, where is the blue realm? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. The blue realm is in the 12th dimension. One of our stars is the star Rigel. Its sister is Sirius, one of the sisters in our planetary system. And Sirius is where whales and dolphins incarnate from. Whales and dolphins. I'm going to talk about those too. Some of you may be very connected to the whales and dolphins here on the planet. You may have noticed or heard about them. About 230 of them were beached on the Australian coastline. And when I saw that, I got a little nervous. I was like, what's going on? So I reached out to my whale and dolphin brothers and sisters, and I received a message for us not to fret. So if some of you are really connected, you may already have received that message as well, but not to fret, that those whales were going home. Their job here was done. That was it. Not to fret. Because I was sending them energy and circling them. And I was like, oh my God, the whales. Penny, Penny. Okay, so don't worry. They're okay. The blue realm is made up of many places and many spaces in its planetary system. Some of those planets and stars can be seen with our physical eye, and some of them can only be seen with our third eye. The blue realm is a place of grand beauty and love, and it has many live crystal like forests, if that makes sense. That's the only way I can describe it. Crystals grow there like trees grow here. Yeah, okay. It has many crystal gardens. Crystals grow there. They're live like we have gardens and trees, forests. That's what they have. That's what we have at the Blue Realm, in the Blue Realm. And there are crystal cities. It has mountainous ranges. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I've only visited once, well, twice. And it's a very high vibration place. And there are many ancient beings there. Many. And many of those ancient beings are connected to indigos here in 3D, in the third dimension here on planet Earth. And you are one of those. So you, as an ancient being from the blue realm, chose to incarnate into a physical body here on Earth to help with the ascension. So many of you are waking up right now, or have been awake, or you know that you're indigo, but you're really just not sure what the hell you're supposed to be doing right now. And connecting with your guides is going to assist you with all of that. So here's the thing. Only a small part of you chose to incarnate here, while the bigger part of you is still back home in the blue room. That's what we call our higher self. So while you're here in this body, kind of restricted, the bigger part of you is back home in the 12th dimension, chilling, waiting for you to snap out of this 3D coma that we've been in. So when you connect to your higher self, you hear people say, "Oh, I'm coming from my higher self. I'm coming from my higher self." Some of them are like, kind of pretentious. I'm just saying. But when you connect to your higher self, you're really just connecting to the larger part of you that's still home. And you're getting maybe some guidance or ideas or, new concepts or whatever, or just a little bit of help. But your higher self really is not your guide. That's just you, right? Helping the little you that's here on the planet, but it's still you, whether you want to believe it or not. You're an ancient being. If you're an indigo and you're here on planet Earth and you know that you're an indigo, you're an ancient being. And you're still, the bigger part of you is still back home in the blue realm. And you can connect to your higher self, and that's great and wonderful. But you also have other help. You also have guides. And those guides also made an agreement with you as you decided. They decided to stay home. You decided to come to Earth. And they are there to help you. Now, some of you have a great deal of guides. I have 12. Had no idea. Okay? When I first reached out and started finding out about my guides, this was before I even knew I was an indigo. I was like, okay, so I have guides? I didn't know. I have guides. And I reached out, I went into my meditation and I was like, okay, I want to connect with my guides. So who are you? And I'm going to tell you the first three that showed up are no longer with me. They're gone. I'm a whole lot to handle, apparently, even in the spiritual realm. But they're pretty cool, right? So, what you need to do is connect to your guides who are still home, still in the blue realm. They are waiting for you to contact them. They're waiting to connect with you because you have things that you need to get done here while you're still here. Some of you have all of this information, you just don't know how to do it. I mean, how to process it. You don't know how to get it out. You don't know what you're supposed to do with it, who you're supposed to connect with. Your guides will help you with all of that. Trust me. Just, well, you don't know me, right? But I know you. You're from the blue realm. So trust me. Trust me when I say, trust me. Because I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. So, one of the things that you're going to do to connect to your guides is ask them to come. Ask them. Because here's the thing, your guides will help you as much as they can, but they can't break protocol. What is protocol? They're not allowed to just jump into your whole physical experience because that's not how spiritual law works or allows them to be able to work. You have to ask them for help. You have to ask them to connect with you. It's like tuning a radio and connecting to them on a different frequency. And once you do, once you get on that frequency and you say, yo, hello, hello, guides, who are you? Can you help a sister out or help a brother out? They will hear you. And then they'll be able to transmit messages to you, transmit help to you, show you different ways to do things, show you different ideas, different perspectives. They will help you in ways that you didn't even think you needed help. They'll help you with your finances. They can help you with your garden. They can help you with your family. They can help your physical family. They can help you with a lot of different things, a lot of different problems that you have going on right now. If you ask and if you allow them to. So here's the caveat about reaching out to your guides. As an indigo, as an ancient being, you are very you are very high vibrational. So as you lift your vibration and as you raise it higher and higher, you will start to attract all kinds of interesting little beings. Even your ancestors, even your friends that may have crossed over, because you're vibrating at a really high frequency. And because you're vibrating at a very high frequency, your light is bright and you will start to attract all kinds of interesting beings. So you want to ask for your highest guides. Not just, oh, guides, can you show up for me? My guides, where are you? Don't be nonchalant about it. Be very on purpose. Be very on purpose to only connect with the guides from the blue realm, your highest guides from the blue realm. Those are the statements. That's what you're calling out. That's the frequency you're sending out. They may not show up right away. Because initially, when I first was connecting to my guides, I had no idea I was an indigo. And the guides that showed up, they're no longer with me. Remember, I said they had to leave. They weren't my highest guides. However, they did help me connect to my guides in the blue realm. And I want to say that there was somebody, some little freaky energy that showed up. And I'm going to say that I didn't like the feeling, right? This energy, before I knew how to protect my energy, before I knew how to even connect to my guides in the blue realm, before I even knew I was an indigo, this energy showed up when I was calling for my guides. I wasn't calling for the highest guides. I was like, oh, I know I have guides. Who are, where are you? What's your name? I was really kind of nonchalant about it. And this energy showed up that was just, didn't feel good at all. Okay. And I said, you know what? And the guy told me its name, or told me his name. It was presented itself as a male, and told me his name. And I was like, you know what? Mm-mm, I'm not feeling you. You got to go. You're not invited. I didn't ask you to come here. Be gone. And you have the ability to tell your guides, or if whoever shows up, that's why you must be intentional. That's why you must vibrate at a high frequency when you're calling on your guides, and you call for the highest guides from the blue realm and you connect to the blue realm. You have the power and the ability to tell them to take a step. Tell them to get to going, get stepping, get out. You're not welcome here. So that's what I had to do with one of my guides. And he had no choice but to leave. So I often hear people say, your guides can be anyone. No, Indigos, your guides can't be anyone. That's not how this works. Your grandmother who's passed on from the physical is not your blue realm guide unless she was an indigo. Um, your family members are not your guides. Your ancestors are not indigos guides. You have guides from the blue realm. So just because somebody has crossed over, or just because somebody, shows up in your meditation does not mean, or in your dream state does not mean that they're a guide for you. Your guides come from the blue realm, and that's who you're to connect to. And when you start connecting to your guides in the blue realm, you'll be shown things that you just are like, what? You'll get to visit home. You'll get to see home. You'll get to understand what it is and why you chose to come here in the first place. They will be able to help you do that. Now, your ancestors and your family members who love you and are here they just love you and want to see the best for you. Sure, you can connect with them and talk to them and all that, but they're not going to help you do what you came here to do. So I want to encourage you to get into your meditation and simply in your meditation, in your quiet time, Indigos need to meditate to connect to the blue realm and be quiet. So in my last video, which was talking about grounding, if you didn't catch it, it'll appear up here. This is speaking about different breath techniques and grounding work that you can do, which would help you be able to connect to the blue realm. So take 5 minutes, calm yourself down, do your breathing work, breathe in peace, breathe out love, or you could do breathe in love and breathe out peace, or you can do breathe in love and breathe out peace, breathe in peace and breathe out love. Either way is fine. Run the energy through your body and focus and simply ask that you be connected to your highest guides in the blue realm. That is all. So if you haven't started a weekly, daily meditation regimen, a meditation routine, this would be a good time to do that. This is the time to do that. So allow yourselves 1 to 5 minutes a day to just quiet your thoughts and send out the message that I would like to connect to my guides from the blue realm. As an indigo, you have the power to connect to your guides, and you have quite a bit of help. As an indigo, you have guides in the blue realm. Connect to them. They are there to help you. As I stated before, I have 12. Ting, 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 ting. Sometimes they talk to me all the time, and then sometimes I get nothing because I have to implement well, I don't have to. You all have free will. You don't have to do any of this. Let me just say that. You don't have to do anything that I'm telling you to do. Okay? But if you would like to understand why you are here and what brought you here and why you chose to come here, call on your guides. They got all the information. Some of them will take you to the Akashic records so that you can see some of your past lives because many of you have been here before. This is not first go round. Okay? This is not your first time on the planet. Some of you have been here a few times. And right now, in this particular lifetime, you have so much information that you have gathered from the times that you have been here before. And your guides will take you to the Akashic records and show you what is necessary for you to understand to help you do what you chose. You chose to come here to do this time. So it's very simple. It's a very simple technique. You just have to ask. You can ask with your mouth audibly, or you can ask in your thoughts as you quiet your mind and you connect to the blue realm. And your highest guides will show up for you. Your guides have been with you since you first got here. Actually, they were with you before you got here. They were, it's like a council, right? They chose, just like you chose to come here, they chose to assist you with anything that was necessary for you to do what you came here to do on the material plane. Yeah. So they're like your high council, right? You can go to them and say, "Well, listen, what do you think about me doing this? What do you think about this? Is this the way? What you know?" And they will help you. They're not going to do it for you. They're not going to demand anything from you. They're going to make suggestions. They're going to give you ideas and concepts. They cannot run your life for you, okay? But they're guides. And by that, I mean they're just there to give you guidance. And you don't have to take their guidance. You can say, no, I'm not doing it. And they go, okay, 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 Sydney. We think I'm not doing that. Oh, okay. I have argued with my guides. I have had long, drawn out fights with my guides. I'm like, what? No, this doesn't even make sense. What are you talking about? Because some of them have incarnated before to this physical realm, this 3D third dimension that we're living in. And some of them have never been here before. And I, sometimes I get a little aggravated with them. I'll be like, you don't even know what's going on here. You ain't never been human. You don't understand the pressure. So treat them like you would treat your high council. Is everyone on the high council right? No. But everyone has their input. And so you can weigh their input and say, okay, that makes sense. Or no, I'm not doing that. Let's rethink this. Come back tomorrow with a different agenda. Come back with a different way that I can meet the president of Chase Manhattan Bank. I don't know what it is because some of you are bankers, some of you are mathematicians, some of you are in agriculture, some of you are in NASA, some of you are massive scientists, some of you are doctors, some of you are mothers, some of you are fathers, some of you are teachers, some of you are spiritual leaders, some of you are homeless, some of you have no money. Some of you have sicknesses or illnesses. Some of you are what we call beach bums. You just hang out at the beach all day. But you know that there's something that you came here to do. You know that there's something you came here to be. And you know there's something you came here to help with, to do here in the 3D. Connect to your guides. You don't know if you are an indigo or what is an indigo, or I don't know, this girl sounds crazy. There's an article you can check out on the indigoroom.org. This is the website here. The link is in the description below. And click the link and go read it. I have two blogs up there. One was put up during the 8-8 portal to talk about Sirius and Star Rigel. That's part of the Blue Realm. Check that out. And there's another article that has um, links to sunfell.com. And I found her in 2007, and thank God that her website is still up because she has a ton of information about being an indigo, about indigo adults, and just check it out. So if you are confused and you don't know if you're an indigo, or you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, check out those two articles on my website, theindigoroom.org. As an indigo, did you know that you had guides? Have you connected to your guides? Do you need help connecting to your guides? Leave a comment below. And if you would like to join us in the Indigo Room on Volley, there's a link for you to come visit us in the Indigo Room on Volley as well. I am in there every day, And so is our group, and we're a small but growing and mighty group. So come in, check it out, share your thoughts with the rest of us. If you're an indigo, or you know an indigo, or you think you have indigo children, share this video with them. And thank you for joining me here today. Remember who you are. Remember that you are an indigo source energy right here in a physical body. Remember that you can be, do, and have anything that you desire. And remember, being extraordinary is not what makes you unique. It is your uniqueness, being an indigo, that makes you extraordinary. I love you, and I will see you on the next video.